So out of all the people coming out of this subway train, this police officer picks me out of the crowd because he spots the clip, not even an exposed knife, just the clip of my pocket knife in my jeans pocket, which I have for work. I do facility maintenance. So instead of talking to me, he rips the knife out of my pocket and begins to harass me. Now, I researched the law prior to carrying, and this knife is perfectly legal as long as the blade is under 3 inches and the knife is not a gravity knife, meaning it does not open with centrifugal force. I think this is unique to New York City. This pocket knife of mine does not fall into either category. So since I knew the knife was legal, I started filming the guy. And as soon as I started filming the officer, I was immediately treated like a criminal. And I didn't mean to give the officer a hard time, but he was acting with zero common sense.
Sir, may I have my property back, please?
Alright, let me see your ID. Want to play games? No problem. No problem.
Sir, may I please have my property back?
069.
Listen, that
ID,
knife,
please.
it
Now.
needs to be less than 3 inches. That's the law.
Now, you don't listen to me. Step over here. Step over here. You want to play games? Come on. You can all stay on video. That's fine. I have no problem with that. Come on.
I don't understand why you're detaining me.
You're not detained. Stop. Come on.
Well, if I'm detained, then am I free to go?
No. Come on.
Well, obviously I'm detained if I'm not free to go.
One of those. Alright, no problem.
Listen, I don't want to cause any trouble, but you're the one who stopped me.
Okay, cool. I'm asking you for ID, a lawful order. Your ID, please.
And the officer is just making a big stink of this.
Thank you very much. Where are you from?
Yes, sir.
Do you live in New York?
Just here temporarily.
Just here temporarily? Okay. How are you so fluent on New York law?
What's that?
Why are you so fluent on New York law?
Well, I heard that they had some knife restrictions here, so I researched the law before I actually carried a knife, and I made sure
Okay.
that the blade that I kept
Let me
was
ask you
under
a
3
question.
inches.
What are you doing in New York City with a knife inside the subway?
I just have a knife for my work.
Okay.
I use it for the things that I do
Can I
during
help
the day.
re-instruct you on the law?
Sure.
Okay. Anytime you enter the New York City subway, you cannot carry any knife. Upstairs, different. They have different laws. Inside the subway, we do not allow people to carry knives unless it's for construction, workers, they use it for work, things like that.
I use mine for work.
Yes, but do you...
That's a lie. There are no special subway rules regarding knives or weapons. I looked it up. It's all New York City law.
Now listen here. Where are you staying now?
Why are you doing this?
I'm asking you a question. What's your name?
I give him my name.
Okay. Where are you staying now?
I'm staying in Queens,
Queens where?
in Astoria.
In Astoria. I'm asking for an address.
Why do you need my address?
Listen, you're going the wrong way with this. I'm telling you right now. You're doing this all wrong. You could get it on camera, that's fine. What kind of knife is this anyways?
Gerber, I think?
Did you catch that? Hold up. For the camera. Do you know what kind of knife this is? This is a gravity knife.
It's a folding blade.
This is a gravity knife.
So here he's flicking the knife, which he claims is a gravity knife. But if you look really closely, you can see that he opened the knife first. You can't simply flick this knife open because there's too much resistance. You have to use the opposing hand or use your thumb to open it part way, then you can flick it open fully, like any pocket knife. Also, this officer is menacing me. He's waving a knife around in my face in a crowded subway station.
Can you put down your bag? Okay. No problem.
It's not a gravity knife, it's a folding knife.
Okay. Turn around. I'm asking you now. Here, your property.
Officer's
inside
taking
here.
my property.
Officer is arresting for possession of a gravity knife. Come on. You want to be that way? That's fine.
Can you grab my book? It's under my shoulder.
Yeah, let me get it.
So the officer puts me in handcuffs and puts my phone in my pocket, and at this point the camera is still running. He leads me over to a bench that's still within the subway station. He sits down, he calls for backup, and full body frisks me.
This how you want to go about this?
No, absolutely
Okay.
not.
Can I tell you something? Do you know what kind of knife this is? So I'm going to instruct you.
It's a folding blade, it's not a
This is
gravity
not
knife.
a folding blade. You know what a gravity knife is?
Gravity
It
knife
opens with centrifugal force, right?
No, it opens with gravity. That does not
Centrifugal
open by
force.
gravity. You have to flick that to open that.
That's called gravity. Gravity, right?
No.
Okay, listen. You are under arrest. Possession of a gravity knife. Okay? No problem.
So at this point, I'm handcuffed, sitting in a bench, and we're waiting for backup to help him take me out of there. And he threatens to take me to Rikers Island if I don't give him additional personal information. So, I ended up giving him my address, my social security number, all that good stuff that he needed. I was taken in a squad car to the Union Square Transit Precinct, which is a couple miles away, actually. They locked me up for over 4 hours in a small room with 5 other people. It was April 20th, 0420, which is Marijuana Day. So 2 of the people I was locked up with were taken there for smoking pot in the park. 2 other guys that I was with in the cell were taken there because they walked through those doors that go from one subway car to the next. I guess that's also an arrestable offense. And my last cellmate was taken there because he was riding the subway. He wouldn't give up his seat for a pregnant lady and got into a scuffle with the subway conductor, who tried to pepper spray the guy, but instead the conductor ended up pepper spraying himself and ended up being admitted to the hospital. I guess he was the only guy who probably deserved to be there. So after 4 hours in this cell, this urine-soaked cell, I was released. I was given a court date, which I attended, and was given a letter while I was at the court saying that the DA will not be prosecuting my case. I'm still pretty sickened by all this. It is disturbing to learn firsthand that the police can harass and arrest you for basically anything. And regardless, it should not be within the government's power to limit to such a degree what I'm carrying on my person when I'm peacefully walking around in a public space. It is crystal clear to me now that the police are not here to protect us. They are simply tools for revenue generation, and they are the hired thugs of the politicians and the bankers who run our country. Anyway, peace, and please be careful out there.
It's really worth your time.